Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. I'm your host, Jarvis, and with me tonight, I have Stu Wally as usual. Tonight, we're going to talk about the match reaction. Man United beating Nottingham Forest 3-2 at home at Old Trafford. There will be a lot to talk about today. We saw a good goal from Luke Shaw. We saw Kuna score. We even saw In-Beumo on his 100th try manage to score a goal, so that's good for him. And also, we saw the Bruno his 20th assist of the season, or pass, as Stu like to call it. And also we will talk a little bit about Casemiro, his farewell. And also I want to dig in a little bit into Carrick's speech and what was said on his future of the club. Well, I think we all know by now that he will stay. So, guys, it will be an interesting show. I hope that all of you have smashed a like. I'm glad that you have tuned in. If this is your first time, subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 1,900 subscribers, or 2,000 very soon, hopefully. And guys, we will be live after this short intro. So stay tuned for the lively debate that's coming. Yes, guys, welcome to the Tactical Devil. So sorry that we are 5 minutes late, but I'm kind of busy today. It's the 17th of May, guys. So congratulations to all the Norwegians out there. It's our national day, and we are celebrating our constitution on the 17th of May. So it's a holiday in Norway. It's it's a day for the kids. Everybody eats hot dogs, ice cream, lots of sodas, being out in the beautiful weather we have now in Norway. Sun is shining, people are happy. So it's good. I see a lot of people have tuned in. Before we go to Stu, I just want to say hi to Burba is in the house. Aaron McGrath is in the house. Boxing Straight Talk. I am Titanium coming in saying big up. A lot of you legends. Tom Porter is in the house. Good to see you. Howler is also in. We have Aman, our recently became a member on our last show. So big up, you guys. You can do as Aman is. Become a member. Get that green badge in the chat. And we will also try to prioritize reading out the members' chats.
And he's got a question for you.
Yes.
Already.
Hi, Jarvis.
Yes. Go on, read it out, pal.
No. You do the honor.
Hi, Jarvis. Are you really satisfied with this kind of performance? Do you really feel these kinds of performances are enough?
Yeah, well, I think that's one of the questions we are going to ask tonight. Where are we as a club? Coming in third, I think that's good enough. I would never expect us coming in third at the end of the season. At the beginning of the season, you remember my prediction was 55 points. Stu came in with his beautiful 66, and we still have Mark in the race with his 69 prediction. Yeah. So let's say if we have a draw in the last game, we will see Mark actually being the one who is the better predictor. We will after this, maybe we can just call him Nostradamus or something.
Well, effectively, I'm winning.
Effectively?
Yeah. Well, yes.
What do you mean? You've effective?
Well,
out of us two, yes.
Well, yes. I mean, he got lucky with 69. That's. I'm not happy. I'm going to be honest. 71 is what we need now. 71. I thought I was sitting pretty at 66, I must admit, but no, absolutely brilliant. First and foremost, good evening to everybody. Devilish Tacticos, hope you're well. We've got a raid from Nuruddin. Thank you, as always, Nuruddin, for your raid. That is
Thank you so much, Nuruddin. I saw he was going live, so I just asked Nuruddin if we should bump up the show to 9:30 or anything, but he said no. Go live at 9. That's perfectly fine. So thank you so much, Nuruddin, for always supporting and helping out.
Absolutely, big up,
channel.
big up. Big news is the mighty Tipton Town. We are through to the semi-final. We had a 5-2 victory yesterday against Staunton, of course. So we are through to the semi-final, where we play Catshill. Yes, so that's next week. We've got Catshill, and then we'll either make the final or we wait. So it's been quite good weekend. Good game today. Parts that I saw. I saw a lot actually. Good game today. Lots of controversy. Of course, lots of controversy. But we'll touch on that a bit. Happy with third. I think where we were last year, I think you've got to be happy with third. I think any of us would have been happy with Champions League football. That's for sure. That has been delivered. We officially do finish third. So you know what? We got the World Cup to look forward to. The squads are starting to get announced.
Yes. The preliminary squads are at least out there. So first Norway's 55 or whatever. Yeah.
I think Norway, it's 30 they put out, don't they? About prelim 30, I think they do.
Yeah.
I think Norway put their squad out. I know that Portugal, I think, have put their squad out. Bruno Fernandes, the pass king, he's made it. Grace will be pleased though that Diego Dallo is in the the squad. By the way, Grace, if you are in the house, just to let you know, that actually went across the line before it hit the post and came out. Grace, I'm saying Dallo scored and we won 4-2. Just for you, my darling. But interesting game today. Jakey was there. Said it was really, really strange hearing Casemiro well up as he was talking. He didn't quite know what to say. I know you want to touch on what your Carrick's kind of speech towards the end.
Yeah.
Nothing this evening, which I'm quite pleased about in terms of we all know that Carrick is going to get it, but not this evening. So looking to get the timing right.
Why can't they just announce it? You know, now when Ornstein, Laurie Whitwell, when Fabrizio Romano all saying it's here we go, it's a done deal. You know,
Casemiro.
Okay. So he didn't want to take the limelight from Casemiro.
It's purely a Casemiro thing, I think, today. The reason, as I said, I think it was a bit quick. He didn't play last week. I'm absolutely convinced he was fine. He just didn't want to risk an injury. He wanted to say goodbye, and he got his chance. And I'm really pleased about that. He had his family on the pitch. Jake said it was a good speech. It was quite heartfelt.
Yeah, he thanked the fans. He talked about the fans. He was a man of few words, but the most important things he thanked.
He talked
the
about
fans.
the fans.
Yeah.
There was a special shirt, wasn't there? I think that you could buy through the club shop with like a Casemiro on the back and a different type of 18. I think his number. I think something along those lines. So we move on. We move on to Brighton next weekend.
Yes,
4:00 kickoff. I think everybody kicks off at 4:00.
Yes.
Depending on what happens over the next 2 nights in terms of Arsenal and in terms of City, it'll either be a good end of season or it'll be everybody's eyes will be. Well, I think it could all iron itself out tomorrow night, couldn't it, and Tuesday night?
Yes. Let's have a quick look at the table, and we can talk about the latest results and the games that went on this weekend before we talk more about the match, guys. As we see here, the standings in the Premier League table is Arsenal still in top, 79 points. City is 77 points, 2 points behind, but they have a game against Bournemouth.
They played Bournemouth.
They played Bournemouth. Yeah.
And Arsenal have got Burnley.
Yes. So looks like Arsenal is going to win it. We sit in third, and we have cemented ourselves and qualifies coming in third. Doesn't matter what will happen against Brighton in the last game. And also now, I think Liverpool is depending on the Manchester City winning against Bournemouth, or
Bournemouth will be
squeezed on time for them in the last game. But even then, I think. I'm not quite sure if the 6th position is getting Champions League anyway. If Aston Villa wins the,
I think Villa need to finish fifth 5th
for the number 6
for the
place
number
to.
6 to get it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that won't happen. That's 4
yeah,
point. No,
no,
that's
yeah.
no, it's still
No,
3
it's 3
points.
points. I think Villa have got to. I think Villa have got to finish 5th or 6th
For
to get to the
for the
Champions League.
6th place
Yeah,
to come into effect. Okay,
yeah.
And if we go down to the table, we look at the relegation zone. We see West Ham losing another game yet again against Newcastle,
Well,
and things look
Tottenham
bad for them
survive.
right now.
Well, they survive tomorrow night, Tuesday night to beat Chelsea, don't they? So,
Well, Spurs. If Spurs win that, West Ham will get relegated.
yeah,
And
yeah.
even it's sad for the guys in West Ham. I think it's north of London, but again, it will be good for us because we still have a chance then to sign a player like Matheus Fernandes. Also been strongly linked to Man United, and the price that's out there, £84 million. No effing way we will pay that if they get relegated.
Probably going to the World Cup, I would say.
Yeah.
With Portugal, I would say probably.
So again, I think it's interesting, and a lot of good results. I also want to mention one team that we haven't talked anything about. I know it's a rival, but from a footballing perspective, we got to give the roses to Daniel Farke and the dirty Leeds, and Calvert-Lewin actually scoring his 14th goal of the season. And Leeds are sitting on 47 points. That's quite fantastic. Everybody thought that they were going down before the season started. So again, they have 3 wins and 2 draws in the last 5. So again, strong finish from Leeds. I know you guys don't like Leeds, but I'm just mentioning it.
No, look, Calvert-Lewin's goal was one of opportunism.
Yeah.
Today, it was an opportunity goal, and he took it well.
I don't know if you guys saw it. It was Van Hecke in the 95th minute of the game, trying to pass the ball back to the goalkeeper. Calvert-Lewin was there. He read the situation and intercepted the ball, and went across from the goalkeeper and put the ball into the open net. So again, that's a poacher's goal. That's it. That's pure routine and pure, know-how. He's done this before.
Yeah.
So again, I have to admit I was wrong when it came to Calvert-Lewin. Maybe he could have done a job for us as the second striker. I slated him when we talked about him in the summer, right before the season started. But again,
Leeds have kept him fit, haven't they? And that's the thing. Yeah. Leeds have kept him fit. Somehow they managed to keep him fit. And if you remember a couple of seasons at Everton when he was fit, he was scoring a good amount of goals for them. But I think Leeds seems to suit him, the way that Farke plays. Yeah. And he's put him in and out of the team though, hasn't he? He hasn't started him every game. He's put him in and put him on the bench.
Yes.
Brought him on. He's used him well. The teams higher up the division. I mean, I would imagine he'll stay with Leeds next season. He's got a very outside chance of getting into the England squad because of what he offers in terms of his bulldozer mentality. But he's a finisher. 14 Premier League goals tells you he's a finisher. But can he do it next season? Chris Wood hit something like 17, 18 Premier League goals last season, didn't he? And he's got 4.
He did.
Has he got 3, 4, 5 this season? He hasn't.
I think he have had a lot of injuries, and
he's
never
injured. Yeah, he's been injured. He's an old player as well as the injured player. So we're very, very interested. You got Ollie Watkins on fire. I think he scored 5 or 6 in the last 6 games.
I think we will hear more of the Ollie Watkins links now, and I think he's a one of the outsiders who can actually come in as our second striker during the summer.
He looked good. His movement looks good. I was massively impressed with Morgan Gibbs-White today. Thought he was excellent today. Really good against us. And I mean. Anderson again. Wow.
Let's before we go to Anderson, I just want to mention one thing because I was thinking of one thing when it came to Leeds. Because look at this, Stu. We looked at what type of midfielder would suit Man United. So this is our current midfield: Kobe Mainu, Bruno Fernandes, and Casemiro.
Yeah,
And you see this, guys. It's very well balanced. We are high in every aspect of the game.
yeah.
And the blue one is Casemiro. The red one is Kobe Mainu, and the yellow one is Bruno. So again, he's high in key passes, progressive passes, possession one, duels is Casemiro's strengths. Always also forward passes, same as Bruno, and Kobe Mainu keeping everything ticking with his forward passing percentile and carrying and forward passes. So again, he's the guy who keeps the ball in the team and starts all this counterattacks in a way. But if you remove Casemiro and you put in a name like the Leeds midfielder Anton Stach,
yeah, Mr. Stark, yeah,
it's not too shabby. I think he has the attributes needed to play in the type of midfield with Kobe and Bruno next season. If you look at this,
it's no Baleba though, is he? Baleba hits the 100% in possession one and duels.
Which is true.
I mean, he's he was okay again today. Actually, he played quite well again today.
He was, yeah.
But interestingly enough, he doesn't offer that extra piece that Stach does, for example. And I like Stach actually.
It's his set pieces, and
I think we get Stach cheaper, Jarvis, the old mate. We would.
Yeah,
we would get him cheaper for sure, mate. And I think he should be something we should consider. I really do. I've been impressed with a few players recently from different teams. Stach was one of them. I didn't think he had a great start to the season.
No,
he's matured as a player. He's 27, isn't he?
I think he's still 26. Okay, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, so
I think that's the best age of a footballer. Like,
I think
25 to 27. Yeah.
When you look at their centre half, I think missing Struijk today, Struijk, or whatever you pronounce it, he's a fantastic one. But fuck me, come on, how good has Ampadu been just recently? I mean,
brilliant. Yeah.
I mean, you can't buy every player on the planet, but when you actually start to look at what's happening just below you in the Premier League and a little bit further down, and you always talk about hidden gems, don't we? We talk about players that are willing to take risks. Ampadu, box to box, absolute box to box monster. Stach, a lot of box to box play, but solid.
It's a very balanced type of player, I would say. I think he can work both as a 6 and an 8.
Yeah, and I think what we were talking about, Calvert-Lewin, I think he's benefited from those types of players around him. He's benefited from a Stach. He's benefited from Struijk, because Struijk, he's quite forward thinking as well, isn't he? As a player, benefits massively from Ampadu. Ampadu's a dynamo, isn't he? In the middle of the park, but. I know you don't want to go to Anderson yet.
No, we can talk about Anderson. I think he had a brilliant game today, and I think his valuation rose a bit more. I think we're talking about at least 115 million pounds right now.
I think what I saw with him more than anything that I hadn't necessarily noticed was his crossing ability today. I hadn't necessarily paid any attention to his crossing ability. I'd looked at his passing, the way he gets up and down the pitch, where he plays on the pitch. Can he tackle? Can't he tackle? That type of thing. But the cross for their first goal was, fucking hell. I don't want to say Beckham-esque because that's not fair. But it was on a fucking plate. The guy couldn't miss if he tried. He really couldn't. It was such a good cross. You get Gibbs White. The industry of Gibbs White, the industry of Anderson, and players in and around them. They've got Forest again. Have got a decent outfit, but I don't know what you do. I look. Anderson was man of the match. Danny B, 100%, and I'm going to say this because I agree with Jamie. I think. Although he hasn't signed anything with City, I think he's made up his mind to go to City, Anderson, but we should be doing everything we can. Connie, but can't hear you, pal.
Sorry, I was on mute. I sometimes mute myself because I yap along all the time. I was just asking, why would you go to play for a club with no fans? Where's the risk? I think Elliott Anderson is a type of risk taker, the guy who wants to achieve something. You know, he left Newcastle for Nottingham Forest because he wants to play. I think he has ambitions for himself.
Yeah, I mean, Newcastle must be fucking kicking themselves. Seriously. I mean, they've let a great player go there. And I was really impressed with him today. I have been not on the fence with Anderson, as you know, guys, but I looked at him today and I looked at what he did and how I think he drove Forest. Him and Gibbs White drove Forest at us. They never gave up, did they? Never gave up Forest at all game. I thought they were very well drilled. Pereira, we all knew he was a good coach. We all knew what was happening at Wolves wasn't quite right. Rob Edwards has come out and said Wolves was an absolute basket case of a club. He's made it quite clear. And Pereira's gone in and he's redefined the way that Forest play. I like him. But when you've got those types of players, like again, you got to doff your cap to Gibbs White. You just have to. The way that he played, though, his goal, fucking hell! I mean, his goal was brilliant, beautifully taken. I know we'll get into it now. So really, really interesting. I know Jamie's saying that he's got. Do you have some news on?
He just speculating. The news is running 100%. It's about Manchester City and the 115 charges. You know, every man and mice is fleeing the ship right now, and it looks like they are going down. You know, Rodri's leaving, Bernardo Silva is leaving.
Well, I think Rodri
might be leaving.
Yeah. I don't think Anderson go. I mean, if we've got a sniff of Anderson, we should go for it. Anderson. Here we go, Jarvis. I'm going to say it. I haven't said this, and I've kept my powder dry with Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. He's the Alexander Isak signing type of player. When that player becomes available, you have to go for him. Now, I know Isak's had problems with Liverpool, injuries, etc., but Newcastle Isak, come on. Let's not. We all know how good he was. And Anderson may just well be in that bracket, Jarvis. Becomes available, you've got to go for it. He just may well be in that bracket. Today was not about his. I've just not paid attention to that crossing. I mean, he must have been doing it all season, but I just haven't paid attention to that side of his game, and it shocked the life out of me, pal. Because we don't cross the football, do we?
Well, we don't play with wingers. That's the problem, and that's the biggest issue with Ten Hag's but I'm talking about Carrick's system. We are very compact in the way we play. We don't actually play with wingers, and when we play on the wing, let's say Ahmad, he has big problems because we don't have the type of personnel around Ahmad to help him with second runs.
Can't rely on him today.
No, so you know, you could see it even today. Ahmad, every time he tries to do anything, you know, it's almost impossible. You have to go through two guys to go past them, unless he's a counter-attacking player, and also defensively. You could clearly see on that Elliott Anderson cross when they scored. It's Schoolboy defending from Ahmad. You know how easily he was turned around.
It was, but that cross was just oh my days. I mean, you know, you're talking postage stamp, aren't you? Trevor Brooking-esque. That's high praise, by the way. Trevor Brooking, high praise. Postage stamp. He couldn't miss. I mean, you know, Jarvis, you've admitted you weren't the greatest header of a ball, but that could have bounced off your head and gone in. It was that good a cross. But it was Schoolboy defending. Yeah, I agree. It wasn't great defending.
Stu, let's have a look at that Ahmad situation. I did a close up on that one. So let's
while you're doing that, let's give Rob a round of applause. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob. Always
Very much.
United, being a member for 10 months. Wow. Thank you for all your support.
That's
Coming in and say
super.
great buys last summer.
Yep.
Here's to more of the
More
same.
of the same.
And yes, that says also a topic I wanted to talk about, the new signing, Sene Lammens, probably the signing of the season when you think of the price we paid for him. He came from nowhere, and he has done so well for Man United, and all the three other forward signings have scored more than 10 goals. So again,
Sonny Lamans. One. Just before you go to the Ahmad thing, Joe, I've got to press you about Sangare.
Okay.
And I'm talking about the Forest version. What was your thoughts on him today?
He's very strong. He's very defensively. He has a stride. I think he's a little bit too clumsy on the ball.
That's my impression. But his position, his recovery and his position was very good today. I agree with you. Hugely clumsy. In fact, did you think Forest bought on two clumsy players? Because I thought their number 9 was clumsy as fuck as well. The way he was tripping over the ball all the time. And
Yvonne, or what's his name?
Yeah, whatever his name is. But big player, big, strong player. Did quite well, didn't he? Changed the game, really, because of his movement and assault on both Martinez and Maguire. But interestingly, you say that about Sankara, because that was my thought process. And I thought him up there was clumsy as well.
He's not the same as the Sangare of
no. But he's a different player, though, isn't he? He's taller. He's more broad, isn't he? But he did make that one wonderful lungy tackle, didn't he? Late on in the game, came from nowhere. You could just see his orange boots sliding across the area. But he did well.
He's the same type of player, like, let's say, Onana of Aston Villa, or big stride, long legs, strong, aggressive, strong, and all of this. Yeah. So again, but I have to say, I have to be honest when it comes to this. I'm not particularly a fan of players like that. I don't think the destroyer type of footballer is the modern type of football. I think the Makelele thing, even the Kante, all of these number 6s, they did this, the destroyers. You see less and less of them in the modern type of football. It's almost like everybody's a number 8. Everybody can operate as the number 8. You have to be super good on the ball. Everything is about playing out from the back, being press resistive, being able to turn with the ball and break the lines by carrying or passing the ball, and then be involved also. Because the triangle of the 3 midfielders, the 6, 8, and 10, look at how we are doing it. We are so fluent in the way we play all the time. We actually play with 2 number 6s, with Menu and Casemiro. But it's hard for me to sometimes tell from a tactical point of view who's the guy who's in charge of the defensive work, because both of them are going up. A lot of the time you see Menu as the deepest, and sometimes you see Casemiro.
You don't play a double pivot. That's why you play a single pivot. That's why you always play a single six.
But it's 3. And the good thing with Man United is it's almost, we are becoming a diamond because of Kuna always dropping in and helping out. And that's so underestimated in our midfield, the way and the work Kuna is doing, being an option in that diamond.
But our possession loss, I would suggest over the last 3 years of playing out from the back, our possession loss in our final third is a lot higher than what it is when we don't play out from the back. So we lose possession in critical areas. We don't score from it, but we do lose possession in critical areas. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like playing out from the back. I like a single 6 and 2 8s and 2 10s. That's how I like to play, because it gives the 6 more freedom. I actually think in the voice of the Terminator, the 6 will be back, and a proper 6 will come back, because.
Stu, sorry for it. Finish your thoughts, and I will.
If you play a flat 4, you need the 6 to have a space. You don't want a partner in alongside you. I don't want as a centre half. I want one person to roll to, not 2.
That's what I'm saying. The fluidity between.
But I don't want to have to make up my mind. I don't want to have to make up my mind who I'm passing it to. I want to play it out to a single 6, whoever that may well be. So he comes and he takes the ball, and then we hit the transition. That's how I want to play. That's how I'm not saying how I was brought up to play that, because a 4-4-2 never did that. 4-4-2 offered you 2 6s. But so I wasn't brought up with that. I was brought up with a 4-4-2. But a single point of contact at any time, and the standard are familiar. It's more about familiarity. A familiar point of contact. You move it in. You know what he can do. You know how he takes it. You know where he'll turn, and we transition from there. So I've never liked the playing out from the back. I really don't. I see it all the time. It just doesn't impress me.
Well, we talk about football, and I would say football we are almost back to. Bear with me. I feel that we are back to Fergie's, the beginning of the Fergie era. Let's say from 1990 to 95. We play with 2 number 8s who can operate as number 6. We played with Roy Keane and Paul Ince, both of them defensively monsters, but none of them was keeping the deeper role. They were both doing it when needed. And also we have very robust type of players, you know, fullbacks, Dennis Irvin, Paul Parker, all these very robust guys, not particularly contributing so much going forward. Okay, Dennis Irvin was a unique player, but again, the defensive stability is their key role. And also we have the wingers. Let's say Kuna. Compare him to a guy like Kanchelskis, a physical monster who can run right through you with the ball. I feel that we are almost like back in the beginning of the 90s, the eras of Fergie. Now this is how I feel that football has become. And back then, football we didn't have the proper number 6, the single 6 type of player.
We did, but you're forgetting we had 2 robust centre halves. Really too robust, and absolutely no way Schmeichel would go short. He would look for the 2 wingers, because don't forget. And you talk about Kanchelskis, and that's perfect because Schmeichel would get it. Off he goes, rocket out to Kanchelskis.
He threw it.
Exactly. Bang out to Kanchelskis, and we were halfway up the pitch. The only time we've ever seen that replicate was Dean Henderson in COVID times when he lobbed one out to Shaw, and Shaw scored against City, if you remember. So we had 2 really good, robust. You're right about the 2 fullbacks, but we had Steve Bruce in there, and we had Pallister. They complement brilliantly. Bruce was the destroyer. Pallister was the manoeuvre. You know, and you're right about Ince and Keane, by the way. You are right about Ince and Keane, and they both separately did monitor the middle of that park, but always one sat. It was normally Keane. Ince was normally a box-to-box player. He had a lot more aggression in his running and that. But what I don't like about that, and I've seen it so many times this season in particular, and it's all teams, it isn't just us, it's all teams. They get it and they pass it to the goalkeeper. I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing? You're passing out to your centre half, and you're going across to your right back. I'm thinking, what are you doing? If you're gonna, and it makes it easy to invoke the press, doesn't it? Makes it easy to invoke that press. But the thing about PSG, Danny, is they give the ball away. They will purposely give the ball away to get into shape, so they don't need a 6 to do that. We can't do that. How many times?
Well, it's not like Vitinha is not dropping down and receiving the ball.
Exactly.
Well,
but they give it away to shape up. I mean, it's a funny way of doing it. But every time they get a goal kick, what does he do with it? He puts it out all the time. He gets them down the pitch. He puts them out. They box them in. They get into a shape, and that's why they hit the attack. They're absolutely brilliant at it. But Vitinha probably plays relatively deep if he needs to in that side. So, but we you know, the Premier League, you have to have a defensive minded midfielder. You've got to have one. You know, you can't not afford it, because people always try and play in the 10, in between the 6 and the centre half, which is fine. And we've never had any.
For me, that's never a danger area. The half spaces is where the danger is anyway. In the modern game, you see where the chances are created from.
Yeah, you want to cut them out. But a clever 10, a real clever 10, and we've had clever 10s before. I mean, De Bruyne in particular, we've had a clever 10. Going back to Bergkamp, what a clever 10 he was. He would find the half space and manipulate it and exploit it. Henry wasn't particularly a 10, but he would always find the half space.
I was saying Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney's a
When
great
he played in
example.
the 10.
Yeah,
So footballing smart.
Yeah, he would ghost in between the 6
Yes.
and the I'm going to call it a 4, an old-fashioned 4. He would ghost in there. So for me, I understand the mechanics of the way they do it, and the double pivot, the treble pivot, the single pivot, whatever we want to call it. I do understand the mechanics of it, but I would like to see us move up a bit quicker sometimes. I think we try and overplay it at the back, and I would just like to move it up a little bit more. But hey, that's just me.
Well,
That's just the way I look at it.
I explained this to you guys because what Carrick's doing. Let me just education time. When it came, the reasoning behind the build-up is we always build up in a 4-2 build-up, so we don't push up our centre backs usually. We've seen it a couple of times with the centre backs going wide and the fullbacks going high. But most of the time under Carrick, when we play in the 4-2 build-up, so we have 4 defenders and a double pivot in the middle. And the good things with that, if you add Sene Lammens, we have 7 players, and the press committed by the opposition team is usually 3 strikers and 2 midfielders, and then you have fullbacks waiting to jump if needed. So you overloading by 7-5 or 7-4. So it's not, at least on paper, not that difficult to play yourself out and progress the ball in a safe way from defense to midfield. And why are you doing it? Because then you have control of the game, you can predict something, and you can train in certain patterns, certain movements. And I fully understand why we are trying to do it.
I get it, but do you know as well as I do, though, as a coach, what would you do? You wouldn't hit the press. You would sit back around 50, 55 yards and allow them to come to you, and then you'd hit the press in and around the centre circle and the halfway line. Because what you're saying is absolutely right, and teams do it, by the way. 100% they do it. They push on a 3 all the time. They press us on a 3, or they press on a 2 with 1 in the middle. You wouldn't do that as a coach, because I know you're smart. I know you wouldn't do that. You would sit back around 50, 55 yards, just on the edge of the circle, in their half, and invite it on, and then try and get turnover. And once you've got turnover, that's when you swarm it. PSG are brilliant at doing that, aren't they? Absolutely superb at setting up and waiting for them to, they're like a Venus flytrap. They're like, I think where Carrick's going with it, and I understand it. I think you're absolutely right about the way we play Coutinho. I don't like Coutinho out on the left, by the way. I prefer him more in field.
No,
but I understand what we're
but
doing.
Actually, just to show you what I mean in the 4-2 build-up. So let's say the opposition, they're always ready, they're standing, they're waiting for which side to pick their press. So let's say Lammens plays to Martinez. The striker will be moved this way and block the passing lane back to the goalkeeper, and then obviously they will press with the rest of the players and try to push us over to one side. So basically they will try to do something like this, and then you isolate. Hopefully you can get 3 against 3 on one side. So that's a thought behind the high press. But if you look at this, there's a big gap, and it's here. So what we do, we press a little bit higher with our front 4 in a way, and leave that space open. And then we see all the time In-Beumo dropping down in a movement, or Kuna doing the same, or Bruno doing the same. So we have the space here, but we wait before we use the space. So it's all about timing. And this, you see this more and more. Manchester City do this all the time. They have this space, the big gap. And 10 years ago, 5 years ago, this was sacrilege to stretch out the team. But now suddenly modern managers are stretching out the teams because they want to wait with that space, and it's all about timing before you use it.
But that's why I would counter press, and I wouldn't push. I wouldn't press high up. I would press.
No, yeah. I get your point, Stu. But
that's all I was saying. Yeah.
No,
you're right though, and that's the fascination about football, though, isn't it? The fascination is we all view it differently. We look at how we would do things differently on the pitch. And you are right. We've seen it. I mean, how many times have me and you spoken thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, why isn't he just gone long in that position because they've got in and they've hit the post or whatever? But I understand the modern game and the way the game is going. You know, the way they want to play more entertaining football, and that offers a more entertaining level than my way, because my way plays a boring way, because I'm going, come on then, you're going to come to a wall at some point, and then it's up to me to knock you away. So really interesting, and I think the way Pereira tried to do that, didn't he? Today he tried to press us at the back, and you know, we got away with it a few times, didn't we, today?
Yeah, but usually we know when we play against a 3-4-3 or a 5-3-2 formation.
Yeah.
it's they always have a decent rest defense, and you know, we have 3 center backs and the 2 fullbacks. They are just waiting to jump into that area that actually In-Beumo, Kuna, and Bruno is dropping into. So again, you know, it's hard to play this type of football against a well organized 3-4-3 or a 5-3-2 formation. So again, you know, there's no right or wrongs. There's always a solution and
it's a solution, isn't it? It's finding the solution, isn't it? The best part about football is trying to work out. Good shot. Trying to work out a solution, isn't it? So you know, when you're coaching your boys, Philip's team. That's what you're trying to do, isn't it? You're trying to offer them life lessons. That's what you're trying to do, and demonstrate not an ability as a footballer, but an experience as a footballer. And that's what you're talking about. You're talking about the experience. You've identified it and demonstrating it. That's why I love coaching, by the way. Just to be honest.
Yes.
I love coaching.
You can answer this one. Gibbs White. I think he had a good game today.
He was very good today.
Very lively. He roams around almost like a free roll. I'm wrapping my mind around. Is he playing as a 9? Is he a 10? Is he a winger? You know, he's very fluent in the way he plays, and he's very involved in everything Forest is doing at the.
I mean, 2 weeks ago he had a concussion. Well, I would have thought he'd have had a concussion. He got a nasty cut down there, didn't he? Yeah, that's why he was wearing that mask today. Didn't bother him one little bit. Just got on with it. Put on his shirt, put on his boots, put on his pegs. Thank you very much. I'm going to go in. I'm going to have and enjoy football. Him and Anderson today, I thought were outstanding for Forest. I really, really did. I thought they were absolutely outstanding. Thought Sells had a really good game as well. That save. I know when, from Xerxes, that second save from Xerxes. Fuck me, what a save that was. Gibbs White is quality. I think I can't see Gibbs White being. If he's not at Liverpool next season, I'll be quite surprised.
Yes, I can't agree when it comes to this.
I'll be surprised.
Gibbs White but also he will be a very expensive signing. You know, they won't give him away for free. We are talking about maybe 80 million or something.
Oh, you won't get him. No, I mean you're gonna have to pay for him. Fucking hell, yeah.
Guys, I promise you we would have a look at Ahmad's defender. And by the way, there's so many good comments. I see you guys are talking about Yisun Park and
4 lungs. Park.
Yeah. We need some quality, and I can't agree with that one. So but guys, look at this. This is where I talk about schoolboy defending. So again, what's your thoughts when you look at this too?
Well, this is Ahmad all over. What he does brilliantly there, Anderson, he gets his body in place. So he's forcing Ahmad the long way round, I guess. But Ahmad didn't grab him, didn't get hold of him, didn't get a pull on him. So because he didn't get a pull on him, Jarvis, it's easy for Anderson just to elbow him out the way or shoulder him out the way. If you watch, when he gets his body in front of Ahmad first, he's now forcing Ahmad there, but Ahmad doesn't get hold of him.
Yeah,
so that's why you can shake him off. From here was just, I think, sublime. I really do. I just think sublime.
Well, you know, for me, Amad Diallo, he spent half of the season playing as the wing back, the right wing back.
He did under Amarin.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's not been doing
So
that.
so again, I can't forgive defending like this. It's way
No,
too
you shouldn't.
easy. You
It's
should
weak.
never grab, as you say, grab hold of him, and in worst case scenario, you drag him down. You stop
Yes.
him, whatever it
Yeah.
takes. You
You
can't
pull
just
him. You pull
this.
him.
This is like giving goals away for free.
Yeah. By the way,
And again, yes, I get it. If you're a forward, if you're pressing high up the pitch, you can press like this, trying to intercept and win the ball, but not in front of your own goal. You can't defend
he
like
was
this.
poor. He was poor, Jarvis. He was poor, mate. I'm sorry to say on that.
Yeah, but I always thought that Ahmad was good in this. You know, he's very quick. He can change directions. He's a low center of gravity. It's never been a problem like this. But again,
He was better last season.
yes,
In
yes,
one-on-one, a lot better last season. He hasn't quite, for me, he hasn't quite. Excuse me 1 minute, my old mate. My
yeah.
son's calling me.
Okay. So guys, look at this, and you see he tries to go around him, and if you are very press resistive on the ball, that's what you want. You know, you just push them away and you turn another direction. So again, it's poor from Ahmad. So I don't know what's your thoughts, guys. What should we do with Amad Diallo? He needs more training. He needs more defensively awareness,
Positional
positioning.
awareness.
Yeah.
Positional awareness, mate. You're absolutely right. And know how to jockey a player. And I know the point is when you're facing away from goal, which Anderson is, he's not even facing towards the touchline, towards the byline. He's facing towards the touchline.
Yeah.
You should be doing one of three things. You should be getting right behind Anderson, allow him to have the ball there, but get behind him. And once you're behind him, grab hold of him, shirt-wise or wherever, to control him. Once you control him, then you control the situation. Or get a foot in, put it out for a throw-in.
Yeah.
Or do something. Or send him backwards. Those are your three options that you do. When I mean send him backwards, what's what he tried to do, because he got the other side of him. So he's trying to push him back towards the Forest goal. But Anderson saw that coming. Out my way, quick turn. He gains 1.5 yards with that turn.
Yeah.
So those are the three things he should have done in there. So you're absolutely right about position. Position was abysmal, and he was in control at the original start. He would have been favourite to win the ball.
Yes.
At the start.
Stu, I have another example that happened earlier in the game, and I just want to you guys to pay attention to Kobe Mainu. He's a very press resistive player, and the way he uses his foot that's away from the defender. You know, not his standing foot, but that's how you become press resistive. It's not that hard in a way. But also look at Chris Wood's how he solves this solution against Ahmad better. You know, he's not trying to go around Mainu in this situation. So let me just play it here for you guys. So he receives the ball, uses his outer foot, but look at Chris Woods. He just stands his ground. So in this situation, Mainu could have easily turned around, but he's still in play. He don't try to go around him. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah, Mainu was lovely there because he knew he was running into a cul-de-sac. How many times do players take a football and run blindly, hoping that they might get a little bit of luck, a little bit of a ricochet, and it gives them the space they need? Mainu saw it coming, drops it to Dallo, no problem. That's football. That's a footballer's brain. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to lose the ball if I don't release it. Let's try and keep possession. So, actually, yeah, 100%. It's a really, it's one of those, right? The point that you're making is to the game itself wasn't relevant, was it? You know, it didn't have a big impact or a little impact on the game.
No.
Actually, what you're talking about is the intelligence of a footballer.
And
but Chris Wood,
both of them, defend. You know, Chris Woods, you know, how he just you just push him away and then you stop the attack. You don't try to intercept the ball. You know, that's football awareness, smartness. And Kobe Mainu also being very technical, very press resistive, and he could easily have turned, but it wouldn't have mattered because Chris Woods would have been there all
And
the
the
time.
thing about Wood knows I'm bigger, I'm stronger. If I push him over, I'm getting a free kick. I'm giving a free kick away. Yeah, no, good point.
So it's just one of those, it's just me when I look at games. I look for small details like this. And today I would say I made a poll for you guys, and who was your man of the match? We have 48 votes in, and Kobe Mainu was one of them. I saw his rating. It didn't get the highest rating, so again, maybe. But for me, he's so good in those small areas, under pressure, never losing the ball. He makes everything tick. He sets the tempo of the game. Sometimes slows it down. Sometimes takes it up. Sometimes progress. Sometimes takes it back. Never lose the ball. And playing with players like that, that's a dream. That's a dream.
Yeah. I mean, a few weeks ago, he was Grace already said Dallo, when he hit the post, the ball actually hit the net first and then ricocheted off the post. It was a goal. So we think we won 4-2, Gracie. A few weeks ago, though, Mainu wasn't doing that. A few weeks ago, Mainu wasn't playing football. He was drifting in and out of games. All of a sudden, something snapped again, and he started to really push on. Whether or not he had a call off Tuchel, I think we've speculated, and Tuchel's turned around and said, look, you've got to pull your finger out. You're not going to the World Cup. Suddenly, that's lit a fire up him. Whatever's happened, brilliant, because we're seeing a brilliant Kobe Mainu at the minute.
Yes, he's fantastic. And by the way, Moreno Lavani comes in. That's a proper footballing comment. I like this.
Correct.
He played as a fullback, by the way, Lavani, saying you don't commit if you cannot match the physicality of the ball carrier.
That is correct.
Yes. And what was Ahmad doing? It's trying to push over. Yeah, Ahmad's trying to push over Elliott Anderson, and that's why he failed.
You're not going to do that. Like I say, if you're going to push over Elliott Anderson, you do it from the back. So there you go. Anyway.
So I think we have a job with Ahmad, and each fan comes in and say, why are we keeping Ahmad? He's pointless. What's your take on that?
Well, I think he'll be more of a squad player next year. I don't think he's going to see much first team action. So you'll see him early rounds of the FA Cup, depending on who we draw. Definitely Carabao Cup, I would say. And if we qualify for the Champions League, with a game to spare, something, for the next stage, or a game to spare, those are the types of games you'll see him play.
It's a sad one because I really like Amad Diallo. I think he's very technical. He's good on the ball. He's quick. As I said, he has a low center of gravity. He can twist and turn, and he has a brilliant technique.
Sorry, Trev. Yeah, wrong channel. Sorry, that's my other channel, Trev. Yes, I'll refer to that. No, he does, and maybe he's one of those players, Jarvis, that just needs an Aston Villa type scenario. I don't want to go too. But I've said for weeks, haven't I, Joe? That, I have. I've said for weeks he's not been cutting it, and he should have come out of the team, which he did actually. That game that weekend, didn't he? Came out of the team when I said he should do, because he hasn't been doing it.
Yeah, I feel right now we are just making everything worse by playing him. He needs to be taken out of the game, and he's reset in a way, because I think he's down a blind alley in everything he's doing on the pitch at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, who should we play instead? We have In-Beumo.
Well, we got problems, haven't we? I expected.
Dorgu could even play on the right.
I mean, Dorgu's just coming his way back into fitness. They're using Dorgu right at the moment, which is good. I'd like to see Shea Lacey get a nod today, to be honest. Maybe Carrick thought, look, I want to cement third. We only need to draw. Maybe it wasn't the right game. Morani says he was just talking about.
Go back to the Morani.
He was talking about the thing between Maino and Anderson that bodied Ahmad. It was use of their hands. Yeah, it is, Morani. You're absolutely right. the thing about Ahmad is it was his position as well. His position was wrong. So because he was trying to go on the outside, he got less balance. And so only a small shove. Mawani would have pushed Ahmad and pushed Jarvis. It would have pushed me because you weren't balanced. You didn't have 2 feet planted properly. So a small shove would have done it. Mainu was in front of Wood. Now Wood could have gone round the side and gone like that and clotheslined him. Free kick. Wood could have tripped him up. Free kick. What Jarvis was talking about was Wood knew there's no point making a free kick. I'll just usher him away. And then Mainu realised that, didn't go down, didn't play for the free kick, kept possession. So there's two good players there. Ahmad was just off balance and weak. That's his fault. Excuse me for going around the outside. As soon as you go around the outside, you allow a player.
Stu, you played as a centre back your whole life. It's one of the basics. You keep your distance, one arm length, just a little bit more, not just an arm. You just feel the shoulders of the attacker if he's facing the wrong way, and you stay sideways because if he starts running, you can match his run. So you will never be overrun and passed.
And if you like him, by the way, and if you don't like him, Jarvis, you step back even further, and when you come in for a header, absolutely flatten him. Say, sorry, ref, I misjudged the ball. Always get your arms out, by the way. When you're arguing with the ref, always get your arms out. So.
I see another thing that people are talking about is also Jamie mentioned this. Can't believe that people say that we should sell In-Beumo today. It's a bit harsh from the first season, and also he missed a lot of big chances. But again, I feel that. By the way, Dave Bowen. Well, why not? Why not? If we somehow manage to sell Ahmad, we can bring in Bowen. Yeah, why not? Why not? But by the way, you're saying In-Beumo and selling In-Beumo. So again, I think In-Beumo is a little bit confused of his role in the team. He's been swapped a lot, playing as the number 9, playing as the number 10 in the Amorim system, playing as the winger in the Carrick again. So I just think In-Beumo needs a little bit more stability to drive and be more secure and have more confidence in his game.
Two things about this. It's a good point, actually, Jamie, and well said. Anyone who says sell In-Beumo, take no notice of them. It's a knee-jerk reaction, no need. But I want to refer you something to what my old friend said back in January. How will African Cup of Nations, because it's during the season, how will it affect these players coming back? In-Beumo, Ahmad have both struggled since the African Cup of Nations. Mazzari struggled since the African Cup of Nations. They haven't been able to get any fluidity. Something you brought up, old friends, and I agree with you at the time, and I agree with you now. I think when we have the World Cup, if I'm not mistaken, players have 2, sometimes 3 weeks off if they haven't had any time off before the World Cup, or they get 2 weeks off. There's no time for AFCON players to be able to do that. And I'm not saying it's an excuse, but I think there's a slight hangover from that because there's no real time off for those players.
They lose the momentum. That's the thing.
Yeah. And we needed to get In-Beumo back quickly, didn't we? We were saying, all of us were saying at the time. I'm not saying it's the right answer, but it has happened in the past.
Yes. But again, I think just In-Beumo needs a little bit more stability into next season, and I think we will see the better of him. But I like this comment and Jared Bowen, if possible,
So, Dave, if you look closely, you can see Jarvis drooling. So it's like if you say Sander Berge and Jared Bowen in the same breath, that's it. He can't take it. It's too much for him. His brain goes. So. Jamie, you were raving about In-Beumo before myself and Jarvis. You have been, and I back you up wholeheartedly. And I think in the summer, but again, here's the problem for In-Beumo, Jarvis. AFCON, World Cup.
Well, Cameroon is not going to the World Cup.
Oh, they didn't make the World
so
Cup.
again,
Sorry, they didn't make
no,
the
they
World
didn't
Cup.
make it. So
No, they didn't. You're absolutely
they
right. I've
missed
just
out.
remembered. Yes, it just
Mhm.
registered as I said it. But it could have been. It could have actually been AFCON, Jarvis, and World Cup. It is for Mazzari.
In
Morocco
a way,
made
I
it
think
through.
it's a good thing for In-Beumo. I think he needs a
He
break
needs
right
he
now.
needs
He
a
can
summer off.
reset.
He needs a summer
Yeah,
off. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. By the way,
Trent,
guys,
Trent Bridge
just
and
a quick
you, by the way.
reminder. I hope that you all have smashed the like.
Oh dear. He does drill a lot. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah. But it's interesting, because we are not signing any wingers according to the reports. We are signing three midfielders, left back, is it backup striker, and reserve goalkeeper. That's the 6 signings that we are getting in this summer. So
Lewandowski.
again,
Lewandowski. Swan song, Premier League. Would you take him?
that's interesting. Mm.
Would you take it? He's
Well, it
leaving
depends on
Barcelona.
it depends on his salary, obviously.
Yeah.
If it could be reasonable, let's say he will come in on even 250. We never
Oh,
pay like
I'd take Lewandowski. How many goals he scored for Barcelona this year? And he didn't start every game, did he? So I would look. He's got to be worth a shout, hasn't he?
He's 38, dude. That's the thing,
Yeah, I know. But Henrik Larsson, how good he
Yeah.
was. He was fucking brilliant. Henrik
But
Larsson.
bringing in like a big name player like that could also disrupt the balance.
Destabilise.
Of
Yeah,
the
it
team.
could destabilise. You're quite right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're quite
So
right.
I think we learned our lesson when it came to Oli
Ronaldo.
and bringing in Ronaldo. And again,
Yeah.
we have a interim manager getting the job, and we bring in a big name player. We can ruin everything. That's the thing.
Thomas, I wish Cavani was still here. I cannot believe we let him go. I just can't believe we let him go. Fuck me, what a striker he was. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He was amazing for us, wasn't he, Cavani? He wants to go to the MLS.
Yeah.
Rushmano was saying that he wants to go to the MLS. That's fine. I'm not surprised by that. I just wondered if he in his life thoughts, you know what? I never did it in the Premier League. Could I go and score 20 goals in the Premier League?
Yeah.
I mean, he dominated, hasn't he? Him and Kane have dominated the.
Yeah, but again, I see Big Erm coming in and say he's old though, and we need guys who can pass and move. And I would say Gurasi. Is it Borussia Dortmund Gurasi plays in, or is it Frankfurt, the German club, Bundesliga club Gurasi?
Not sure. I only floated it because he's now officially leaving.
It's interesting, as I said.
I only floated it. Yeah.
I wouldn't sit there and piss and moan if you bring in Lewandowski. No, obviously not. But again, I don't think he's the right type of player.
18 goals and 4 assists in all comps in 45 games.
But again, if we go back to the beginning of the show, I said the same about Dominic Calvin-Lewin before.
My point. You're absolutely right. There are certain things out there. Certain things fall for people at the right time, don't they? Calvert-Lewin and Leeds seem to be the perfect fit, don't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Right, we got Niall in me. We got Niall. Niall, welcome.
Hey, Niall.
To the show. We do see your comments, and we don't quite know what to say to them half the time, pal. But you're welcome anyway.
I'm glad people are getting involved and leaving comments. Stu, I just want to show you this. Just came out today. I just scrolled through my X account, and the Opta supercomputer is back and has predicted the Premier League season of 25-26, this year's table. So this is the predictions from the Opta supercomputer. Let me just zoom in a bit for you guys to see. So the supercomputer predicted Liverpool to be the winner, 73.33 points. Arsenal coming in second, City third, Chelsea fourth, Newcastle coming in 5th, so they took a L on that one. And look at
They took an
this:
L on it all, haven't they?
Sunderland going down, Leeds going down, and Burnley,
They've
and
taken
Man
an L
United
on.
12th.
How strange is that? Okay. King Carrick is in the house. Good to see you, King Carrick. Thanks for joining us. Niall Bradley says, by the way, do we think we'll beat Brighton Sunday? Tune in next week, Niall. Me and Jarvis always do a match preview, so yeah. Tune in.
And
Not so super. Yeah, as does with the Superman logo, not so super. Absolutely, yeah. Where's the octopus when you need him? What was the octopus's name from the World Cup? What was his name? The octopus, Henry the octopus, Fred the octopus.
Yeah, the guy who predicted the wins. Yes,
Bob the octopus. I don't know.
Yeah, and you had the chimpanzee or the dog or the sheep, and there was so many.
Yeah,
of
there's so many,
yeah.
isn't there? Yeah, it'll be the United Strand next, won't it? He'll be predicting stuff.
Yeah. But look at it, Sunderland and Leeds. I would say they had quite remarkable seasons, both of them, as you see here.
The only one the computer's got right is Burnley. That's the only one he's got right, but they finished second from bottom. So, but that's the only thing they see. Look, we got Spurs though.
Yeah,
they were quite close on that one. So, but why the hell they put us down at 12? Come on.
The supercomputer predicted Man United to get 49.09
points in you, Jarvis.
Yeah.
Crikey.
But again, I just found it like a novelty.
It's definitely a novelty. And the top scoring team on 73 points. Crikey.
Well, you can't trust AI anymore. They don't know what they're talking about.
They haven't got a fucking Scooby.
Yeah. And thank you, Aman. As I said, In-Beumo, I think he's confused by his role. And one thing, he's not a road runner. The same with Ahmad. Yeah. So big up, guys. What else? Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the games too. So again, there was a very open-ended game. Lot of chances from both teams. If you look at the facts from the game, I don't know if you guys can see this, but let me just bring it up. The momentum of the game, and our possession. We only had 48% possession, but again, it was waves, back and forward a lot of the times. But our XG, the expected goals, was 4.57. So we should most likely have scored 5 at least in this game with all the chances we had, and also we had 29 shots on target. So again, wow. We haven't seen this on the Carrick before, like really attacking football. But it was, in a way, counter-attacking football all the time. And at the end of the game, it almost looked like everything was about Bruno and getting Bruno to get the assist and get the record.
Don't. I mean, he got it, and that's fine. But all he did was put a hopeful cross across the box. That's all I'm going to say. But when he actually tried to do it, as soon as he got the ball, you're thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, he's just going to try and pass it now so we can break the fucking record. What annoyed me about the whole thing is 20 passes in a season isn't that difficult. You're going to be doing more passes, Mr. Fernandez. Now, actually, what annoyed me about that is In-Beumo wrecks his goal drought, and it's a good fucking finish. I think we just stabbed it. It was a good finish. Everyone goes to Bruno, start shouting Bruno. Oh, fucking In-Beumo scored. Go on. Bruno's there going, and he's so, and then that was it. He fell apart after that because he wanted the ball constantly and he was trying everything to get the 21st assist. Look, I hope he does it. I don't agree with it. I'm not into assists. It's you can't score goals without passing the ball. It's impossible. It just is impossible. You can't do it. It's not a one-man game, but it is in today's game, Jarvis. In today's game, it is an achievement which is worthy of recognition.
It is 100%. So 20 assists. I can only congratulate him on
Yes,
making
it is an
that
achievement.
milestone mark of 20
Yeah.
assists. And there's still one game left, and I wouldn't be surprised if he can
Well,
squeeze out
what's going to
another
happen?
assist.
You know what's going to
Yeah.
happen, don't you? He is. Yeah, if we get a penalty, he's going to try and do the old Perez Henry trick. So he passes the ball off the penalty spot, so he gets an assist.
Yes.
He is going to be doing everything he possibly can on Sunday next week to get that assist. Everything he can
Is
do.
that even allowed anymore?
I don't know.
That on a penalty?
I don't know, but I would imagine he'll try it anyway. I mean, he is likely to go through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he's going to be doing this as he's through on goal, waiting for somebody so he can pass the fucking ball. He needs to get it, and he needs to get it quickly, because otherwise he's going to do that. Because you have to admit, Jarvis, and the devilish tactic goes, after he'd reached number 20, that's all he was concerned about. Nothing else mattered to him. That's all he was bothered about. Was trying to pass the ball, and it became problematic, I thought.
No, yeah.
That's my own opinion.
And Big Erm comes in and say what's weird kind of was he was trying to score instead of laying off to Ahmad on that one chance. And
yes, I agree with that.
I'm glad you mentioned it. So let's just have a quick look at this situation. What was Bruno thinking? And then Dallo came, took off the ball and put it in the post.
Grace, that went in. If you watch in slow motion, Grace, it hits the net and bounces out off the post. So that was a goal for you, Grace. Grace would have been up in the air. She would have been up in the air going, that fucking post. How dare it, fucking. Good strike by Dallo as well, by the way.
In this instance, why not give the ball to Ahmad?
I don't know what he was doing, to be honest.
No.
They banned it. Yeah, sorry, Jamie's saying they banned
that
double penalty. I don't know what the fucking Bruno's doing here at all. I'm sorry. He could have shot from there as well.
He was probably too focused on getting that assist.
He is, and that is
the problem. He knew if he gave the ball to Ahmad, he would score himself.
Oh no, I think he thought if I give the ball to Ahmad, he's not really throwing goals. So Ahmad's going to try and find me. That's what he thought.
Yeah. Then Bruno would have scored himself and wouldn't get the assist.
So he won't want that. Yeah. So and then when he laid it off to Xerxes, and Xerxes had that shot. I think he was come off a defender and then he shot again. And the commentator in the UK was going, "Oh, Bruno would have got an assist for that." And I'm going, "No, he wouldn't. Surely not. He's had two stabs."
He would. Technically, he would have. Dallo took the ball off Bruno and put it in the post. So if that would have been his 21st assist of the season if Dallo had scored.
Yeah, and the Xerxes one as well.
Yeah.
At the end of the game where Sells made that brilliant save on the second attempt, and the guy's going, Bruno would have got an assist, and I'm going, oh, for fuck's sake, just please somebody, I'm begging. On Sunday, when in the first 10 minutes, Brighton, please let us score. Get Bruno that assist, and then that's it. It's done.
So yeah, we can have a quick look at the Xerxes chance. Also, a pass coming in from Bruno.
Now this was a pass to him. It was what a save that is by Sells. Bruno's at this point he's not happy. Bruno at that point.
But let me just slow it down to 0.25 and pay attention. Only look at the goalkeeper Sells and how he comes from one side to the other side.
That's fantastic.
It's one of the best saves I've ever seen.
Oh, it is. Look how quickly he gets up.
Look at him when he takes the shot.
Yeah. He probably thinks he scored. It's an amazing save. It really is. It's an amazing save. I think you're probably right. It's probably the save of the season.
It is by far.
It's an amazing save. An amazing save.
But against Xerxes.
Grace says Dallo could have scored. He could have scored more than twice. He got in 3 weeks on the spin, didn't he? From Bruno, and he skied all 3 shots.
Yes.
You know,
Uh,
we think, in all fairness, Grace, me and Jarvis both think the wind got under the ball and lifted it over. It wasn't Dallo missing; it was actually the wind that took the ball. Me and
I
Jarvis,
think it was the pitch, definitely the pitch.
exactly.
It's not on
Bobble on the
Dallo.
pitch.
Yeah.
Bobble on the pitch. Then so it's not on Dallo, Gracie. Honestly,
always
Rapid Vienna or Gordon Banks. Yeah, so the Rapid Vienna one is more like Gordon Banks. That was a bit closer both off headers. But that cell save was just, I mean, fucking hell. That's a save keeper's dream of, isn't it? You know.
But it's a brilliant save. So let's take a minute and talk about the guy himself. Casemiro tonight, last home game. Is it time? Should we have him on for one more year or whatever?
No, thank you and good night. Absolutely perfect. He goes with my blessing. He's had an up and down 4 years, hasn't he? Let's be honest. But this year in particular has demonstrated everything Casemiro is about as a footballer. And I thought he was brilliant for the first season, dropped off for 2, and then I think he's had a stellar 4th season. It's the right time for him to go. We need to move on. We need to rebuild the midfield. We know that. And what a lovely send-off. Jakey said it was amazing.
Yeah. Casemiro and his wife, his kids. Yeah.
I'd like to know why his wife hasn't got the new shirt on, but we'll let that slide.
Well, again, I have to admit, I will miss him.
Yeah, he could have scored today. It would have been ideal when In-Beumo hit the post. It wasn't an In-Beumo shot, was it? At the post. I can't remember who got the strike off, but he could have scored. But he didn't. Look.
Yes, he came flying in with that
he did.
Flying kick or something.
Flying kick,
yeah.
Look, he's been great for us this season. But I think there are times when you do move on in football, and I think that's the right time now for him to move on. But he's one of those players, isn't he? He's a bit like Bastian Schweinsteiger. The club's got to him. You can just tell in his face the club has got to him. It's enveloped him, and I'd love for him to come back and coach in 2 or 3 years when he finishes playing. I'd love for him to be around the club again. You could just tell it meant a lot to him. The club means a lot to him, and I'm glad he went out on a high with a win. It would have been disappointing if we got a draw, but if we had got a draw, Jarvis, I'd have been on the text to you saying, I've just emailed the Premier League, see if we can cancel the season from now on, like you were doing 3 weeks ago. When we were on 55. It would have been quite funny. Mike, I was going to say to you, because we landed on 55 points.
Yeah.
If we got the draw today, we landed on 66. We could have landed on 69 with Mark, and all 3 of us would have been right.
Well, you're on 68 now, so if he drew the last game, Mark will be right.
Yes, but I'm not happy about it.
No. Obviously.
So I could have gone to you because, quite frankly, you're the only one right now that can claim we've amassed the points that you were going to suggest, because you got it. We were on 55. So if we'd drawn today and I got 66 and then we won and Mark had got 69, we would have all at some point been on the points tally. That's how close we've been. So really, I have to reluctantly give to you. You're the only one that's landed on the actual point, and you were there for 2 weeks.
Yes. But it's not any bragging points on my side when it comes to that one. It would have been a miserable season coming in with 55 points.
It would have been more than miserable. Would have been pulling our hair out, mate.
Yeah, I just want to read out Rushmano's comments coming in and say, very few players get to leave with such love from the fans. Not me. though. Lol. We'll give him some slack, but let's move on. So again,
Great,
uh,
great, great comment.
I just wanna thank Casemiro for all his effort, all his games, all the joy that he's given us. He he dragged us over the line qualifying for the Champions League in that first season of Ten Hag. He was outstanding. I think he had a drop off in his second season.
One
We came in eighth under Ten Hag,
yeah,
but
second and
he
third.
were a part of that FA Cup winning team, weren't he?
He's won
And
two cups. Yeah,
yeah,
two cups.
but in that second season, Ten Hag he played him as a centre back at the end of the season, and he weren't even. I don't think he were in the final. He weren't
No,
even on the bench,
no, he
so he
wasn't.
was out cold with
He was out
with
cold.
Ten
Yeah,
Hag.
he was out cold. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That third season, everything went down the drain. We all know that Amorim came in after Ten Hag got the sack. Casemiro was completely out in the cold. He weren't even in the squad for a long time under Amorim. He didn't say anything. He didn't piss and moan. He just kept his head down, worked hard, and then fought his way into that Amorim team again. And he dragged us over the line in the Europa League final stages, all the way up until the finals. And again, his know-how. And this season, I think he's been outstanding, one of our better players. So again, okay, it's been a little bit up and down, but maybe he came in a couple of years too late. He's
He did.
34 now.
He did.
But
That's a
I just
face,
want to
though.
thank Casemiro for the effort and the job he's done, and we will miss him.
Wholeheartedly. That is
Yeah.
a face of sadness, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is a face of sadness. His wife looks quite sad as well. That's a face. The kids don't know what's going on, but that's a face of sadness. That is. It was. And you're right. He's a man of few words, but it was all about the fans for him, wasn't it? Yeah. I'm super happy for him. I hope he captains the team on Sunday. I'd like him to do that. Captains, I think it'd be a real honour for him to captain the side on Sunday.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I hope we get the win. I hope we get the win. And we get 71 points. Then none of us were right. Because I'm bitter, Jarvis, right now. Can I just be clear? I'm bitter.
Be nice.
I'm bitter. I'd have been happy. I'd have been bragging at 66. I would have been giving it the big one tonight, but I'm bitter. No, I'm only joking. If we get 71 points, that would be tremendous. What a season.
Yes.
What a season.
70 points, if we can reach that mark, that would be fantastic. And for Mark.
I think we can beat Brighton because I think Brighton are on the beach. I think the Brighton beach. I just said I think they're done now, aren't they? I think it's definitely if Bournemouth get a result against City this week, then I think it'll be a game we can win.
Yeah. It's basically just a Can you say?
I think we should touch on the elephant in the room though from today.
Okay. Yeah.
And that is and I'm sure you've got it. That is the In-Beumo. Are we going to call it blatant handball or
I have a In-Beumo compilation of 10 big chances missed, so I don't think we have the time to show them. But again,
we can do those tomorrow night, can't we? We can do those can't we? Yeah. But I just before you show it, and guys, just tell us your thoughts in the Devilish Tacticos, because we've all played football. We have debated because we're for the 1.5 years that me and Jarvis have been doing Tactical Devils, we've debated the handball more times than we care to mention, and we've always come that we haven't got a clue what handball is anymore. Are we even more perplexed? What about that? Because quite frankly, when you do that with the with the ball, I mean, when you literally do that with the ball,
Yes.
I mean, are we perplexed? Do we think it wasn't handball? Do we think it was accidental? I mean, I don't know what the ref was looking at. I don't know whether he was trying to make a name for himself, the ref. I don't know. I mean, everybody in the Stretford end thought it was handball because Jakey was there. They all thought it was handball. Nobody knows. So I don't know. So I just wanted to.
Please explain to me why. It's actually stuck under his arm, in between his body and his arm.
So what is the difference then? Here's the thing. What is the difference?
And the ball drops dead in his feet because of this.
So we know handball is from there to there. We know it's there down.
Yeah.
So there is part now. So my point is, and I get why people might be coming from. It's come off a player and onto his body. But how many times have we seen it? And it's hit here, it's hit here, and it's all been given. Everything's been given. What is the fucking difference? I don't care because we got the penalty. It worked out for us because it never works out for us, does it? I mean, even Kuna, when he scored, he goes, "Yeah, oh, what do I do now?" Because that's going to VAR for sure. But it's like, I mean, he didn't kind of hold it, but he almost held it. It dropped there, didn't it? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say, actually. I just don't know what to say.
Well,
I mean, we have seen.
According to the FA rule book, PGMOL, if the ball hits the body first and then the arm is in sort of a natural position, and that's basically the arm hanging down. It's not up like this, so this is not a natural position. This is a natural position of the arm. So if the ball hits the body and then the arm, doesn't matter if it's stuck or not, it's not a handball. That's the ruling from the FA and PGMOL. So that's why they landed on that decision.
But how many times have we seen the ball bounce off the thigh and hit the hand, and the penalty is given?
Not to mention the Champions League.
Yes,
both games.
Yes,
2 penalties.
There's no difference. There's no difference. Anyway, I don't care, and it did piss off a lot of people today. But it's one of those where we have seen so many penalties given and goals disallowed because of that.
Yep.
Are we saying the ref's brave? I mean, even VAR said it's handball. Crazy. But anyway.
As soon as he was called out to watch the instant replay on the screen, the referee, I was 100% certain it was going to be disallowed.
It would be. It's still an issue. It was awesome. Oh, here's another one. One that we got away with, but then the PGML said no. Right. Now, I know it didn't actually come off Sesko, but the goalkeeper palmed it to him, correct? And it hit his hand. But the PGML, the goal was given, and the PGML said it was handball.
Yep.
All I'm saying is nobody knows.
I don't know the handball rule anymore.
That's all I'm saying. Nobody knows anymore. Nobody. I know. Before you have a go at me, I know the goalkeeper pushed it, but what was he supposed to do? Because his hand was in the natural position.
It's kind of subjective. That's the thing.
Exactly. Anyway, I don't care because we got and it was a great finish by Kuna. But he's done a new celebration. Did you see it?
Kuna.
Yeah, he dived down and then did the surf, but then he got up and did the stuff, which actually made me laugh today. So there you go.
I saved it because I wanted to show you that once too. I have the footage. Yes, I have the footage. Yeah. It's brilliant. Center Devils put it on their X account page today. So let's just have a quick look. I don't know if you guys saw it, but again, it's Kuna and celebrating. I think it's brilliant.
Oh dear. Very strange. Very strange. It's odd. It just reminded me of the Klinsmann dive. The initial part reminded me of the Klinsmann dive when he came to the Premier League. He said when he scores his first goal, which he did, he scored a header, fucking great header as well. I think it might have been at Leeds. He then decided to dive because he was given everyone. He thought Klinsmann was a big diver, didn't they? But I thought
Jamie wanted to see it again, so let's play it one more time for Jamie Wayne.
Oh dear! Look at that. He's been brilliant for us, Kuna, hasn't he? Actually, 2 Kunyas on the pitch today, wasn't there, gentlemen and ladies?
Yes.
Kuna for Forest, Brazilian, and Kuna for United, also Brazilian. Absolutely brilliant.
Kuna and Kuna. Kuna Bruno, Kuna Bruno, Kuna. How's that song going?
Kuna Bruno's going to pass to me. I'm going to score. Bruno gets all the accolades. Forget my goal.
By the way, on the we have 63 votes on the man of the match, and you guys actually voted. 70% of you voted for Bruno Fernandes, and only 14% of you voted for Kuna. 6% voted for Luke Shaw, and 10% for Kobe Mainu. So, who was your man of the match?
Kuna.
I
love him. He's brilliant. Yeah, I voted Kuna. I can't. The problem for me was, as we said, as soon as Bruno got his 20th, that was it. The game, his head had gone. His head went. So I couldn't. And we've said before on many occasions that you can play 5 minutes, have such an impact, and get man of the match.
But I like this.
Frozen.
Am I frozen?
Frozen out of Mr.
Frozen.
Incredible. Oh, there we go.
Big up, guys. Big up, guys. Trevor comes in and actually comes with a shout. Luke Shaw, man of the match.
Oh, God. You're brave. Grace is in the house, Trev. You're brave.
Careful. Well, Danny B says Anderson was man of the match. But let's take a minute and talk about Luke Shaw. He's played every game of the season, 38 games. Yes.
But it won't get him in injured. It won't get him in England squad. He's not getting in over. No, he's not getting over Lewis Hall and O'Reilly, is he?
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't say so. Good goal, though. Very good goal. Hit it sweet as a nut.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, in the UK, they were comparing that goal to Gary Pallister's goal. Back in 95, what year? 93, 94 against Blackburn.
So
92, 93.
We can now have a quick look. Yeah. So it was a lot of back and forward, and the ball was in the air, and all of this, and eventually the ball came to Bruno, and drops the ball in. Header goes out to Luke Shaw, and now you see Roberto Carlos putting it in the net. So yeah, it's a great finish.
So I'd like to make a point that surely that was an assist by Bruno when he crossed the ball, didn't he? So surely he got an assist there.
Now you're just making a mockery out of the assist thing. It's.
What would have happened? Here's a question for you then. What would have happened, right, if Bruno had crossed it and it accidentally hit the bar, pings out to Shaw, and Shaw puts it away? What would have happened?
Probably been an assist.
No, could you call that half an assist?
Well,
you can't have half an assist, I know, can you? Anyway,
I don't know. But a lot of people saying Luke Shaw was good today. Shaw was brilliant today. People are agreeing. They appreciate your
people
show.
did think Shaw was good. Yeah. Did you see though? Have you got the goal from behind the goal? Have you got the shot from behind the goal?
No, I don't have it. I only have that
Fantastic.
angle. Yeah.
I mean, it was pinpoint.
Mm.
It was a great goal.
The way he hit the ball, that was like clean. It was a clean hit.
Oh, it was a very clean hit. Yeah, it was a superb strike. I'm really pleased by that. Trev says Bruno's assist by default. Or Bruno assisted by the bar. How about Bruno assisted by the head of the Forest defender? Good strike there. It was a very, very good strike. I mean, Dorgo missed an easier one in comparison when he came in, didn't he? Sal's made a good save there, but Dorgo missed an easy one. But he played well today, sure. It's not enough. Might be on the standby list, but I don't think it's enough to get into. I'll tell you, he was good today. Martina Leacher was good. Thought he was very, very good.
Harry Maguire had a good game today.
Solid. I mean,
all those crosses from, and it's big guys. The corner kicks, all of them. They have massive guys that what's his name, Milenkovic, or what's his name?
Milenkovic,
and the other guy who scored. They had Woods, but Maguire, he was almost like a magnet, just knocking it out. So he's very good. And by the way, guys, do us a favor, go to X, share this, and we will have more viewers. There's 78 of you watching at the moment, 32 on YouTube, and 46 on X.
Of course,
and do as Trevor tells you, get those likes up. So if you haven't also smash the like. We are on 50 likes at the moment. That's good. But we can go.
That's good. Yeah.
Let's get to 60 before we end the show.
Yes, please. I didn't mention Harry today because it's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, well, let's have a quick look at the ratings from the games too, and
Harry it's Harry foregone conclusion Maguire from now on.
So Lamens get the 6.9, Dalot 7.8, 7.6 on Maguire, 7.4 Martinez, 7.2 Luke Shaw, only a 6.2 on Casemiro. It's a little bit disappointing.
Yellow card.
7, Fernandes 8.3, Kuna 8.4, and In-Beumo actually 8.4. I don't agree on that one.
There's a couple of things about these. Lamens has been penalised, isn't he, for the 2 goals that they conceded, but he had no chance with both.
I think he had a decent game. One time he had a dodgy pass to Kobe Mainu, almost like he did in the last game. So it could have ended well. No, badly, but Kobe Mainu is so press resistive, so good on the ball. So he managed to escape that one. But if you look at this, you see Bruno. But I understand why you guys voted Bruno Fernandes as man of the match. But for me, I agree with Stu. I think it was Kuna. He was the man of the match.
Fantastic,
yeah.
Trev's going in on time.
7.8. Yeah.
Who's marking these? His grandma. His grandma.
But it's not in Dalot's defense. It's not an easy job for Dalot because he had Gibbs White moving into his area and out of his area all the time and his movement. So it's very hard. You're almost like in between all the time. You never fully your man. So again, I think defensively Dalot did well today.
He did okay today, yeah. Dalot,
big up. Thank you for that super chat, Grace.
Yeah. Grace was marking boxing straight talk. I've been a straight 10, I think, or 11. Can you get to 11?
Yeah. So is it? Do we have more to talk about? Do we have time to do a couple of questions? I have this one. I want to mention this one before this came out, confirmed that Napoli triggered the 44 euro buyout clause to sign Rasmus Højlund on a permanent deal. All done with UCL qualification, never in doubt. Napoli are very happy. And United will receive a total of 50 million euros, so 44 plus a 6 million loan fee in August. So, the business is, it's quite a good business. Yeah. We managed almost to retrieve at least 3/4 of our money.
Yeah, well, we'd have got. They paid a 6 million loan fee, didn't they? So be
Yeah,
56 million euros.
not too
I
shabby.
know. 44 plus the 6 we've had, will
Yeah,
total 50 then. Yeah, so that's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's not bad at all. He seems to have done all right. He seems to be settled in Napoli. He won't want to come back anyway, would he? So that's a nice bit of money in the bank, plus the 18 million we're saving from Mr. Casemiro and 15 million we're saving from Sancho, and yeah, it's all good.
I think it's 18 million something we save on Casemiro.
It's a lot of money in it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a lot of money.
But again, I agree with Trevor. He was average. He scored for Napoli now in the last round, but he also made a statement saying something. I'm paraphrasing something
He
that
did,
we
yeah.
happy with his time at Man United. It's strange leaving, but he achieved his dream playing in a red shirt on Old Trafford. So
Well,
again, I
he's a
wish him luck.
talented
I wish him
yeah.
luck in Serie A, and he's still young, so give him a couple of years. Maybe we will see more of this young Danish striker.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think he tried his best. He never didn't not try his best, did he, for us?
No,
So
no. But again, we should have had more help. We should never come in as the first choice striker at
totally
that
agree.
age.
Yeah, it was a mistake. That was a
That was a
mistake.
big, big mistake. And is it Ten Hag or was it the structure made that choice?
The structure made that choice. I think 70
Yeah,
million quid. I think was a lot of money for a young kid.
yeah, way too much.
And
Way
bringing
much.
in Xerxes as well was never gonna. It was just never gonna work.
No, no.
So
Couple of words on the Carrick speech.
mm,
And you probably saw it. This came out. Michael Carrick. We had some big moments, some big goals in this place over the last few months. Hopefully, we will have more of them. So he's not confirming anything, but he's not leaving it out either. So again,
yeah, he wouldn't be allowed to today. It's all about Casemiro today, and rightly so, in my opinion.
mm,
Look, you've got to look at where we are compared to everybody else. Chelsea have gone in, haven't fucked about. Sacked
mm,
Rafinha, made straight contact with Alonso. He was their first choice, and they've gone and got him. Now,
yeah.
people are saying that's an elite manager. I don't think so, but it's a good appointment anyway.
Yeah, but I think the appointment is more about stability because we have had,
This is what
Amorim was
this is.
here 18
Yeah, it's
months or
what this
whatever,
is.
and Ten Hag 2 years. Oli, yeah. So again, I think they feel that the club just needs stability and the structure will sort themselves out when it comes to transfers and just build a squad. It could be a stepping stone, 2 years plus one. He might be gone in 2 years' time, and we don't even have to sack him. And pay him out. We can just bring in, let's say, Enrique in 2 years' time, and we have a ready-made squad for him. So again, maybe they are just trying to bring in some stability with Carrick.
I think time will tell on this, but uh, we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see, with what happens at Liverpool. If Liverpool drop out the top 6, top 5, or
Mm.
whatever, Arne Slot could see his marching orders, and then who goes where. So
Yeah, yeah.
looks like Mourinho's odds on, doesn't it, to go to Real Madrid or something? I would read.
Yes, I think he will get the job. It looks like it's Mourinho who gets the job. And also, we saw earlier today. This came out on Alonso. Now, David Ornstein confirming that Chelsea are getting Alonso, so Chelsea will go back to play a back three again. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I think it's a good move for Chelsea, but we won't know again, will we? Until 6 to 8 months in their season. So again,
4-year
Jamie,
contract,
yeah,
4
Jamie's
years.
talking about. I know they're idiots, aren't they? Jamie was talking about City and Guardiola. That might come into
Mm,
the stratosphere next week. We don't know. So there's a lot could be happening. The World Cup, we've got 3 European finals in quick succession. Villa play Europa League Wednesday.
mm,
So, good win for them against Liverpool. They're going into that. They should win the Europa League. Bournemouth City. There's some really good games coming up. And then we've got the end of the season, a couple of weeks off, and then it's training camp time, isn't it?
Yeah. Last news of the evening, guys. Let me just find it and bring it up. It's Vitor Pereira. We talked a little bit about Elliott Anderson. And by the way, Bathheim, I see you in the chat, and I know he's one of your favorite players. So again, this came out. Vitor Pereira on a possible Elliott Anderson reported on Manchester United target sale this summer, and he said, this is an answer I don't have. The market is the market, and anything can happen. The club wants to keep him playing for us, for sure. So basically saying they want to keep him, but he can't control everything. It's all about business. So if he leaves, he leaves.
It's quite an interesting phrase, isn't there?
Yeah.
This is the answer I don't have. And I think he's talking about the market being the market. Yeah. I think that's quite an interesting phrase. I think he realizes that Anderson went there.
I think he's leaving. He's leaving anyway.
He and it's got to be done before the World Cup, because if he has a stellar World Cup, you can forget it. Honestly, we'll be completely out of the running. Although I still think City's is anyway.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? Stu, do we have time to do a couple of questions?
Yeah. We can do 2 or 3. Let's see. We haven't got a huge amount. Let's have a.
I've started a couple of comments. Not all of them are questions, by the way. So you just have to sort them out.
So Thomas says, if you're still in the chat, Thomas, are you guys excited to watch Carrick ball for 2 seasons? And what do you expect to see or want to see change in his tactics?
That's a good question, Thomas. And I probably said so. It's talking about this question is probably a whole show. We could sit here and analyze. As I said, for me, I think we need to be better at our wing play and play on the width of the pitch. We need to be better at breaking down low blocks when the opposition gives us the initiative. We know that we struggle against teams like this. It's no problem for us playing against Manchester City, Arsenal's, Aston Villa, Liverpool's, teams that actually try to press us high.
Yeah.
We can sit back, we can counterattack and just enjoy ourselves. But against the lower teams, we need to improve. We need to get better patterns. I think our wing play needs to improve. What I actually liked today was we bombed on with both fullbacks at the same time. And we had a rest defense only with Kobe Mainu and the 2 centre-backs a lot of the time. I don't know if you saw this too.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So we kind of we opened up. We played more expansive. If this is the way going forward, I fully understand. Let's say if we bring in a more expansive left back, and then we can start bombing on both sides. Yeah, I hope we can do that.
Good question. Yeah, I want to see system fluidity, system evolution. That's what I want to see. I want to see us move into 3 systems, patterns of play per game. I don't want to see us just play counter-attacking football. I don't want to see us just play counter-attacking football or mid-block football. I want us to see us play all 3 in a game. And we can do it. And we've got the players to do it. And I agree with you about our fullbacks and our wing play. I do. I think you're absolutely right. This is why I prefer the 2 10s and a single 9. So it allows the wing backs or fullbacks to get forward uninhibited and not having Kuna in the way of Shaw and not having Dallo in the way of Ahmad. So that's why I like 2 10s tucked in. But ultimately, I want to see a more fluid Manchester United. And I want to see us back to entertaining football again, Jarvis. I want to turn on the TV or go into the stadium and think, what are we going to see today that's going to excite me? Because I think what Carrick has brought in, apart from stability, is efficiency. I And I think he's been quite efficient in the way that we play, and we won more games than we've drawn or lost by being this efficient. But you made the point a couple of weeks ago, Jarvis. If he gets it, we've got to kick on.
Yeah.
No fucking about. No pissing about with counter-attacking football all the time. We've got to move on, and that's all I'd like to see. It's a great question, but we could talk about this for a long time.
Yeah. But let me just bring out this, because thank you, Thomas, for bringing it. I was actually going to talk about this, the rest defense, and we talk about the rest defense a lot of the time, and usually, we have been sitting back even with one extra fullback, so a rest defense could be 4 guys or even 5 at times, but today we saw the fullbacks going high and wide, spreading out. They play with the back 5, and even Kobe Mainu and Casemiro, both of them going into attack. So we always have the +1, but we even had the rest defense only with 2 centre backs. And for me, that's more expansive. We take more risk. I've said on criticism of Carrick, it's not a risk taker. It's not the United way, but I like, us trying to push up a lot of men, make it difficult for them. And only time we are vulnerable in a situation like this is if we lose the ball.
Yeah, speed and
when both are high. Yeah. But I also like the recovery. Let me show you this clip. It's Kobe Mainu on the ball. You probably saw this in the game. Gave it to Casemiro, and he made a horrible pass to Woods.
He did too, didn't he?
Yeah, and if you look at Kobe Mainu, how his work rate, how he sprints back, and the rest defense with the 2 centre backs you see here coming into effect, and they actually managed to stop them. So again, we have a very good situation here. We have 5 against 3 on a very open counter-attacking chance. So again, I like this. I want us to play like this at home. So if we can see more of this, Thomas, I would be happy with Carrick.
I think we will. I think if we get more exciting players, then you're going to see it, because that's what happens when you bring exciting players in the team. Look what Kuna's done for us in terms of excitement, in terms of ball dragging. Being able to win the ball back deep and push us up the pitch quite high. He loses it occasionally, but he still gets us up the pitch. So
yeah, and Dave, yes, I agree. In a way, you won't see 2 fullbacks bombing on in the back 4, but we did today, as I said, and even both 2 number 6s. So I just showed you the footage, and it happened.
He might get brave and go with the back 3. You never know.
Oh, well,
I don't want to, but you never know. You never know. Great question, though. Trev has a question. I did see Trev. Oh, yeah. Trev would like to know what's been the highlight of this season for you? Be it a good play, a good goal, a player development, or victory over a certain team, etc., etc. Do you know what's been the highlight for me? Jarvis looks like he's back. Aiden Heaven. I've been hugely impressed by that young man. I think when he comes into the team, I think he's been sure. I think he's added a lot of pace, bit of dynamism. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I think my good old mate has frozen. We had this the other day for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. And I just like the way I love his energy. And I like the way he plays the game. He's a good centre half, so I think he's been the highlight of the season for me. Teams, games, and goals. Goals is an interesting one. I think we've been. I think for me, goals it's got to be Dorgu's volley against Arsenal away. Although Cunha's winning goal is 100% a close second. But yeah, Heaven and probably Cunha's goals for me against Arsenal. Jarvis will be back momentarily. I think he's here now somewhere. Where are you? There he is.
Hello.
I don't know what happened to you. I was saying Heaven has been my player development, the victory over Arsenal and the Dorgu goal against Arsenal.
Yes.
Personal highlights of mine. What would you say, old friend?
I have to read the question here. I dropped out. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry, guys. Technical problems. Sometimes it happens.
It does.
What's been your highlight of the season? Be it a goal, a player development, or a victory over a certain team? Oh, top of my mind. We probably say the Liverpool Arsenal wins, just as Carrick came in. I think that was the highlight of the season. And the Ballon d'Or goals against Arsenal, I think that was probably the height of our might this season. I don't know, Stu. I didn't get your answer.
Yes, so mine was Dorgu for the goal.
Oh, you said okay.
Closely followed by Kuna in that same victory.
Mm.
Because that Cunha's winning goal was absolutely tremendous. It was fucking amazing. And also notable Harry Maguire nod against the Scousers. Get in, son. Popped in with a winning goal there. So, but Aiden Heaven, I went with my player development. I think he's been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, and Grimsby away was a low point, 100%.
Yeah.
I can fully get on board with that one. About time, Darius.
Yeah.
Let's
do one more question then, and then any questions we don't do tonight, gents and ladies, we will do on Jarvis Corner. What else have we got?
Good questions. Manchester United, yes.
I like this one. Niche fans come in and said my all-time 11 is De Gea, Everett, Vidic, Stam, Valencia, Casemiro, Scholes, Bruno, Rooney, CR7, and Giggs. So out of that all-time 11,
no Keane?
No Keane in there.
Okay.
Who would you take out of there, and who would you put it in there?
I would never put Casemiro over Roy Keane, but that's just me.
Yeah.
It's not me saying that Casemiro is useless or nothing like that, but I think Roy Keane was a better captain and a leader and all of this. He gave so much and his attitude. Defenders, Vidic, Stam, both of them could work a little bit. Valencia, no, not Valencia for me. As left back.
Right back he was.
I would put Dennis Irvin in instead.
Yes.
Yeah. So Casemiro for Keane and Irvin for Valencia. And maybe the goalkeeper I would have gone for Schmeichel, but that's just me. I'm old school.
Oh no, Schmeichel gets in all day long, twice on Sunday. And what about up front? Would you make any changes there?
I think it's solid. Rooney, CR7, Giggs. Yeah. Maybe I know you would. I know you would take Nistelrooy, Van Nistelrooy, and Ba.
Oh fucking hell, God, yeah. So Schmeichel for De Gea, Irwin definitely for Valencia.
Yeah,
Everett, I think, stays in. Keane over Casemiro. Let me just pull that back
up. would have kept Schmeichel in. Yeah.
And I'm torn, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to upset you now, but I'm taking Bruno out and I'm putting in Georgie Best.
Yeah, let's say all-time Premier League because none of us are at the age we even saw.
He just said all-time 11. Okay. But we'll go with all-time Premier League then. I'm happy with Scholes, Bruno. Giggs has got to come out for me then because Rude's got to go in. Rude has to go in. So Giggs has to come out for me. So it's Schmeichel, Everett. I'm happy with Richardson, Stam. Rio's unfortunate. Stevie Bruce, unfortunate. Ronnie Johnson, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Valencia, no. Definitely Owen. Keen for Casemiro. Scholes, Bruno. You got to go with Ronaldo, but Van Nistelrooy gets in for me. Unfortunately.
Yeah, well,
we're missing Robbo as well. Yeah, it's a tough one. I really need to think about my old. Yeah, that's if we were doing that. I need to think about. Maybe we can do that, Jarvis, during the World Cup. Maybe we can
this
do
is something we can cover tomorrow. I think this is a perfect topic for Jarvis's corner. I just saw a quick question on Nice and if they went down. No, they managed to stay up. Yeah. Or yes, they did. They came in 16th and 17th place. Nantes and Metz were the ones going down. So I think Nice is still up. Yeah.
See, Dave's in with Cantona over Bruno. He's obviously,
Well, Cantona went there.
Yeah, we need to have a proper look at it. It was wrong on us. But my mix, by the way, we should also, Jarvis, we should also do a team of players that got away.
Kanchelskis?
No, players we bid for.
Oh, yeah.
Players we bid for and we didn't get. No, we got Schneiderlin.
No, not Schneider.
You're on about Wesley Schneider.
Yeah, Schneider.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking R9, for example. We put a bid in for him. Didn't get him. Ronaldinho. So we should do an 11 on that.
Ronaldinho was the one. Yeah, he's incredible.
I'll do my 11. I'll do my 11. Are we doing all-time Premier League or are we doing all-time 11?
It's hard for me to say because I haven't seen them play, only seen like footage. So for me, I would go with Premier League. It would be more genuine from my side because everybody, when you talk about the legends, we would have to have Dennis Law and
so tomorrow night then,
Bobby
guys.
Charlton and all of them, yeah.
So tomorrow night then, guys, we'll do me, Mark, and Jarvis will do our all-time Premier League 11, and you can put your all-time Premier League 11 as well.
Yeah,
and we'll go from there. Gazza too, yeah, absolutely. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Ronaldinho, Shearer, yeah. Good topic, guys. And
yeah. By the way, Zidane. We've never get into Zidane, but we did stick a cheeky bit in, I believe.
Oof. Zidane, he was unstoppable at his days. Talking about the all-time, this one's too.
Yeah.
Pyramid of the greatest football dribblers of all time.
I think they've got the top one wrong, haven't they?
Well, do you know why I show you this?
Yes, we know why. We've heard. We've heard.
What did my old coach used to call me?
Garincha. We know. Where would I be in there? I wouldn't. I wouldn't even. No, I'm not a dribbler. Would never have made that.
I would probably have put JJ Okocha a little bit higher on that one.
Yeah,
I think JJ he was incredible.
I don't recall Badger being a particularly prolific dribbler. Don't remember that. Best, I'd put Best a lot higher. Best is a way better dribbler than Ronaldo. Way better.
Yeah.
And Neymar, better dribbler than
I think Maradona, Messi.
It'd be up there with Maradona and Messi.
Yeah.
Best was a phenomenal dribbler, an absolute phenomenal dribbler. I don't recall Zidane being a dribbler at all. Cruyff was a winger more than a dribbler, wasn't he?
Yes.
Platini, a dribbler. Everybody?
No, not for me.
No.
Sir Stanley Matthews. Do you know who is?
He definitely. I mean, he was a phenomenal footballer, but again, dribbler. I don't know.
No Pele. No
No Pele.
gigs.
Yeah, no Gigs. I
Yeah.
don't understand Gigs because Gigs could dribble, and I think Rivellino is. I think Rivellino is way down the pecking order on that one.
Yeah. Gaza, he was a dribbler.
Yeah,
Henri should be
he
much
should be
higher
higher.
according to
I agree,
Burma.
Bernie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Henri should be higher.
Neymar doesn't even
I do,
deserve a
because I
spot.
agree. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think it was
yeah,
Zidane was a dribbler at all.
yeah. You see Robin, Ginola, Giggs. Yeah, that's dribblers. Even Kanchelskis, he was a dribbler in a way.
Kanchelskis, he's fucking fast. He was.
Yeah.
Stanley Matthews. Yeah. I
Oh,
don't recall him actually, Rob. I don't recall him being a brilliant dribbler, but then again, contrary to common belief, everybody, I wasn't born then either. So,
I didn't say anything, by the way.
No, you didn't need to. I
No,
can tell by your
I
eyes.
always, yeah. Well, it occurred to me, but I didn't say it.
But yeah, best. That's just poor. That is. That's just poor. The best.
Maybe I should see if I can find some footage of Garincha and his magical dribbles.
What
Should be something out
definitely.
there.
Jamie Wayne's talking about Okocha. Okocha was fantastic. Yeah, he
Mm.
was fucking brilliant. Bolton, he played at Bolton, believe it or not. Amazing. JJ Okocha.
He was something else. You know,
He was.
probably the best I've seen in modern days, besides Ronaldinho, when it comes to finesse and flair.
A bit of magic, yeah, a bit of flair.
Yeah, the magic, yeah. So yeah, I don't know if Bale was classed as a dribbler. He was more like a force.
Well, when he dribbled, I mean, you couldn't catch the fucker, could you?
No, you couldn't. I think that that's the end of the show, guys. It's been a brilliant show. I think we are on 55 likes. So if you haven't, do us a favor and smash the like. We need more likes. We need at least 60. I've been slaving in the kitchen for 2 hours. So if you haven't smashed the like, do us a favor and smash the like, or hit the like, or press the like, or whatever you want to call it. And also, guys, we will be back tomorrow night. There will be a Jarvis's Corner around 9 p.m. as usual. Panel show, Stu, Mark, me, maybe Noradin will jump on. So, guys, it's good days being a Man United supporter.
Yes.
So I want to thank the top contributors in the chat tonight.
Boxing.
First place, boxing straight talk. Jamie Wayne second, Trevor Wade third.
That's got to be a joke. Trevor Wade third, no chance. No chance.
Well, big up, Trevor.
Can I delete him?
Nah, be nice.
I love you really, Trev. You know that. Absolutely brilliant.
Danny B, Johnny Kermode, Dave Das, Neil Driscoll, Rob Always United, King Carrick, Aman, Grace, Sheridan, Big Tyrone, Is It Just Me, Lavani, Rushmano, Burba, Tom Porter, all of you, Story, Niche fan, Vissa. Thank you, everybody, for being a big part of the show. We couldn't have done it without you. So happy you tuned in. And don't forget, we will be back tomorrow night. Jarvis's Corner panel show as usual. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Don't forget, get your all-time Premier League Manchester United 11. Because we'll be doing that, all three of us.
We will. And by the way, I want to thank Noradin for the raid, United Real Therapy. If you didn't, go and watch his preview reaction of the show, and we will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay. See you. Thank you, Stu. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.